They were more afraid to drop out of the tournament, in my observation, than having the excitement and hunger to win it.
That was the criticism from Thomas Tuchel of England's previous efforts to win tournaments under Gareth Southgate. Talk about irony, because that was one of the most gutless, cowardly and just shocking approaches to winning a football match I've seen from an England manager, from any manager in my entire life. And what stings more is I genuinely think we could have won this World Cup. Is this the great Argentina sides of the past? No. Is this the best Spain side we've ever seen? Not by a long shot. We had a real chance to win this World Cup for all of us in our lifetime after 60 years of waiting for England to grab this World Cup, and we fucking blew it. And we blew it because of a manager who lacked the fucking balls. Let's not make any mistake about it. He lacked the balls to fight for that trophy. He was more scared of what the opposition were going to do than thinking, as it's his job, to wonder what we can do to them. And I'll be honest, I've had a whole fucking season of saying that, so I'm really fucking sick of it. To think he had the cheek to say Southgate was a bottle job when that was the mother of all bottle jobs last night. Every single person I know during the game, this isn't Monday morning quarterback shit, right? We're all experts now. No, this was during the game. Everyone I know was going, what the fuck are we doing? 60 minutes, we were 1-0 up, and this guy goes, right, let's just shut up shop, sit back, and invite pressure on from a side which, yes, they're not the side they once were, but they still have the greatest footballer of all time playing for them. And we give him the ball and go, do what you want, mate. That is mental, that. How on earth can he keep his job after that? And you know why it's even worse? Because he's generally a better he's miles better coach than Southgate. He should know better, and he had the tools for the job. He had players like Bellingham, like Kane, who can win you games. If you give them the service, they can do it for you. If you set up to create chances and have that attacking play, you will win games. He just wasn't brave enough. And to be honest, I think we should have seen this a little bit from the squad selection, because even that was a cowardly choice. Many creative players who can come on in situations like we were in and influence games and create and do damage were left sat at home. And game after game in this tournament, we've been relying on individual moments of brilliance from Jude Bellingham and hard work and determination from the lads to defend. We have not played the football that a team like this, like a squad like England can have, are capable of. And you can only get away with that for so long. Last night, we were defensively solid in the first half. We were working hard. We were stopping everything that they were trying, pretty much. I thought Anderson did a very good job on Messi. I think they were frustrated. But what were we doing to punish them? What were we creating generally there? It was nowhere near good enough. Yeah, we scored the first goal, and you know what? We did well for that goal. Gordon gets on the end of a cross in behind, but let's be real here. Gordon and Rodgers were fucking shit, right? They were absolutely terrible. Where was the penetration through the middle? It was non-existent. What were we creating for Kane and Bellingham? Fuck all. Apparently they had a 0.02 XG between them in that game. You're blessed with talent like that. And to not be able to create for players of that quality, I'm just like, Tuchel deserves every bit of criticism he gets. And then when we do grab a goal in the way we did, you think to yourself, right, they're going to come on to us. We know that. But that will create opportunities for us to exploit the space in behind. And with an Anthony Gordon, ironically, that's actually where he shines. And I get you're going to have 5 to 10 minutes of them, trying to respond. But then, you take the sting out of it. You make your own changes. You adapt. Just like Spain did the other night. You go for the second goal. Go for the third goal. It's 60 minutes. You can't just sit there and go, right, come on then. It looked like it was the 80th minute. I'm thinking there's no fucking way we can make it from 60 minutes to 95 minutes and not fucking concede. I think it was 99 minutes. It was like we spent 40 fucking minutes under the cosh, and after doing a good job on Lionel Messi early on, we just gave him the ball and went, yeah, do your worst. Insane, that, like. Genuinely one of the dumbest things I've ever seen a manager do from a winning position. I mean, I'm just shocked. And look, I will mention how dirty Argentina were. I mean, you expect it, but it's almost like amazing that, decades and decades after I watched them be dirty bastards to us in 1998 and just be real piece of shit footballers. And I get it's competition, but like they just go to they're the lowest of the low, these fuckers. They really are. And you see like a literal punch to the back of the fucking head, right, with the base of your hand. You can do real damage to someone like that. right in the back of Anderson's head. I watch the UFC all the time. Even in the UFC, fucking cage fighting, that's an illegal blow. Did they get punished? Did they fuck? They didn't even get a card. Can you believe that? But with 40 minutes to play, we sat back, and when Tuchel did make changes, they were incredibly negative. And I get you do want to bring on some players to help defensively, but to like just surrender like that. We brought on Concert, Byrne and O'Reilly for Gordon, James and Rice, and we didn't bring any attacking players on until it was too late. It's staggering. When you're under the cosh, you need outballs. You need players you can find when you're under pressure to hurt them when the space is available, to pose a threat, to give them something to worry about. It was like watching like Anthony Joshua, for example, land a fucking clean blow on his opponent and be like, right, you've got him where you want him now. Brilliant. Yes, he's still dangerous. You got to be clever, but keep threatening, keep giving him something to worry about, and the win is there. And then watching him go, nah, I'm actually just going to sit back and just let him punch. What the fuck am I watching here? Declan Rice, a very good player at bringing the ball up the field, taken off. Did we replace that? No. Could Kobbie Mainoo have come in and progressed the ball a bit? Not a second. He didn't get a fucking second in this cup. Not saying he's the greatest player ever, but like, why did you even take him? When Anthony Gordon comes off, you've got Rashford, you've got Saka, I mean, you know, he's been run into the ground by Arteta, but he's a fucking threat. Like, one of the best players we've got. Marcus Rashford, another player who on his day can change a game. Let's be real. Ivan Toney could have given you some pace, a threat in behind. Harry Kane, he's basically England's Cristiano Ronaldo at this point. Yes, a great footballer when you've got the right game, when there's a lot of possession. But this was not a game for him. He was knackered, because he's not used to chasing around like that, and he's getting on. And off the ball, he can't offer a great deal of pace in behind. It wasn't the right game for him at that moment. It was just one of the most cowardly fucking things I've seen a manager do, and he had the tools to win that World Cup. He had them. And for all I've criticised Gareth Southgate, and it was valid, I thought better of Tuchel. I thought he had balls. I'm never going to forget this. Like, this was a chance for all of us in our lifetime to see England win a World Cup, and we just bent over for the orgies of all fucking people. Fucking hate them, man. Honestly, like, respect the Messi and all that, but the way they go on, man, they were just horrible bastards on that pitch, like. And the stats reflect the cowardice. We completed 25 passes in half an hour. 25. And I think 12 of them were from Jordan fucking Pickford. From our goal to their goal, we had 12% possession. 12%? This is a screenshot from the referee cam where Bellingham throws himself to block Enzo Fernandez's shot, flies in, and when you look at Jordan Pickford's feet, where he is positioned, when you look at how central the ball goes in, that is shocking from Jordan Pickford. Sorry, like, made a good save earlier in the game, but like, that is so bread and butter, that is so basic at this level, that is unacceptable. That, and it's time we give another keeper a chance after this. This has got to be his last World Cup, I'm afraid. Nowhere near good enough. And then we don't even respond after they score. We just, it's like the momentum, we're just overwhelmed. We don't know, we're not set up to respond, we're set up to defend. By that point, it's too late. He throws a couple on. It doesn't matter, man. It's too late. They've got their fucking foot on our neck, and you pussied out too early. I'm sorry, like, there is an argument here that we should have had a foul. They hit the post, the ball bounces out, and Spence, who, to be fair to him, had a fucking good game and was actually probably our best threat out wide. For all the shit he's been given for being in that World Cup squad, he made a great tackle in this game. He comes out with a lot of credibility, and he gets stood on here by Lionel Messi. That was a foul. A foul is a fucking foul. I don't care, you know, if Spence had already touched the ball. What, just because you touched the ball, does that mean he didn't just stamp on his foot? Like, fuck off. That's a foul. And after this lot, got the fucking game pulled back fucking half a fucking hour when they got a goal against Egypt, when Egypt scored, and they had to pull the game back because there was a foul fucking at the opposite end of the pitch. The fact that this happened just before the cross-in for Messi and we got nothing is just more sign of corruption. We all know it goes on. We all know the way FIFA are, man. They're a disgrace. Now, Tuchel said after the game, it's easy to say my decisions were wrong after the defeat. I mean, every single person in Britain, even people I know who don't even watch football, were like, what are we doing here? So for him to say, act like it's like, oh, you're all geniuses now. No, we were geniuses during the game. You were a fucking idiot by the looks of it. It actually didn't even take a genius to say what you were doing was moronic. Everyone in Britain could see we were asking for trouble, except the man getting paid millions to actually do the fucking job. And this man has the cheek to say, I don't have any regrets. We played one of our best matches, if not the best. What the fucking hell is this level of ambition like? 12% possession for the last 40 fucking minutes or something against a team that we have the players to beat. And then you lose the game and you're like, no regrets. No regrets. You're telling me you don't wish you'd have changed anything. That's actually like one of the worst things I've ever heard from a manager, that. I'd respect you more if you admitted, you know what, I did make a mistake. I'd have a much more respect. I can't stand people who can't just take a little bit of accountability. What a bitch, man, honestly. Even Harry Kane, who we all know is Mr. Nice Guy, said, once we went 1-0 up, we just seemed to sit and try and hold on, which is not enough for this level. Even he's thrown the manager under the bus there. He's saying it wasn't the right idea. And that guy and Jude Bellingham and the players who have pulled us through some games, they've been failed by this manager. He failed his players, he failed himself, he failed this entire fucking country. And for him to say, no regrets, we should sack him immediately. He should be gone today. I don't care that the FA, they don't want to have to struggle of finding another manager. I don't fucking care. That is not good enough, that, like. And if you had any shame about him, he'd fucking resign because it's what all of us want. Get the fuck out. Don't overstay your welcome like Southgate. Don't waste your fucking time. And I think what's pissing me off even more is that he knows better. He criticised Southgate for exactly what he did. He knows deep down what he did, and he's just trying to save face. And at this level of football, it's bravery that counts. You've got to be less scared of losing and more focused on the winning, because if you show too much respect to an opponent, you're going to get punished. And that's exactly what happened. We were operating out of fear and not out of desire, not out of courage. Too busy worrying about them hurting us and not worried about us hurting them. And I've watched this all fucking season, so it's really fucking triggering. Like, ironically, Eddie Howe will probably be fucking favourite to get the England job, and we blew 27 points from winning positions last season. It was exactly like watching Newcastle. But look, I've got to give credit to some of the lads in the tournament. I feel sorry for Jude Bellingham. I actually do, because he was a man on a mission in this tournament, and he dragged us through games that without him we wouldn't have gotten to the semi-final, let's be real. He's the type of player that makes a manager look better than what he really is. I've seen England now, for nearly 30 years. I remember Gaza in 96 doing some amazing things. I remember Wayne Rooney in 2004. This is one of the best tournaments I've seen from a footballer in an England shirt, and he deserved more. And that stupid manager who he had that little rivalry or whatever the fuck was going on should be kissing his fuck the ground he walks on, because he got him as far as he did. So I guess that's it. Unfortunately, I think we've blown possibly the best chance we're going to get in a long time for winning the World Cup, and I'm fucking gutted. Back to watching Newcastle now, so it doesn't get any better, unfortunately. One thing I do want to say before I end the video is condolences to Micah Richards. I seen on Instagram today, lost his dad before he did the show last night. I mean, what a pro for going through with it, bless him. He's just a lovely bloke, Micah Richards. I love his energy. I think he's a great bloke, and yeah, obviously the way he wrote about his father clearly had a major impact in his life, went to all of his games, and I was just like, oh, there's more important things than football, obviously, and yeah, I just think we should all be sending him support, and I just hope he's all right. Anyways, big love to all of you lot who watched the kickoff. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.